The Trump team beginning to turn to a new phase in the transition, possible confirmation fights for the president-elect's top picks, including his choices for Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, both expected to face tough questions. Gabbard accused of amplifying Russian propaganda.
Well, I think she's compromised. Russian-controlled media called her a Russian asset.
I think it's really interesting that anybody that has a different political view now is being cast as a Russian asset. I think it's insulting. It's a slur, quite frankly.
She's also facing questions over her secret meeting with the Syrian president in 2017.
She met with Bashar Assad. We'll want to know what the purpose was.
Gabbard has rejected accusations she is a mouthpiece for the Syrian regime. Defense Secretary pick Pete Hegseth expected to be questioned over a California police report detailing a woman's sexual assault allegation, which he denies.
The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared.
Officials have not said why Hegseth was not charged, but he paid his accuser a settlement in 2023. Hegseth also in the spotlight for comments that women should not serve in combat roles.
We would have an ineffective military that was not capable of deployment if we were to pull out all the women and say you cannot be in combat.
The policy is set by the President of the United States, not by the cabinet members. I think Pete Hegseth will follow the lead of the Commander-in-Chief.
These latest revelations prompting questions about vetting for Mr. Trump's cabinet picks and apparently skipping the traditional FBI background checks.
Why wouldn't we get these background checks for the most important job in the United States government?
I don't think the American public cares who does the background checks. What the American public cares about is to see the mandate that they voted in delivered upon.
So, Hallie, the focus really in terms of confirmation choices is for the defense secretary, the DNI, Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard, obviously, since Gates dropped out. So what is this coming down to? What are you reading in the tea leaves there in Washington?
Yeah, so a lot, Savannah, is going to depend on how the candidates for these jobs answer questions from senators, in particular this very small handful of Senate Republicans who may be willing to push back against President-elect Trump. We talk a lot about his very firm grip on the GOP, and it is firm, but you mentioned the withdrawal of Matt Gaetz' AG pick last week. That is an example that some senators, at least to a degree, are willing to flex some, co-equal branch muscle, if you will. Also keep an eye on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's been selected to lead the nation's health agencies despite his anti-vaccine positions and backing of conspiracy theories. He has acknowledged, in his words, many skeletons in his closet. We mentioned the focus on Pete Hegseth, who's already held some meetings with Senate Republicans. And as for Tulsi Gabbard, who has denied repeating Russian propaganda, she is expected to head to the Hill here in Washington and meet with folks after the Thanksgiving break. So something else to watch coming up pretty soon, Savannah.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.